Hi everyone, I'm Lisa and welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio. I love creating 3D projects. In fact, I think I like it just as much as I like creating cards. And today I'm showing you a pattern for this tiny little box which is going to hold a great small treat. But the box itself was designed by a dear friend of mine named Jill George, and she's amazing when it comes to patterns. And not only is it simple, it's super cute and uses a great punch for the tag. Remember to head over to my blog and place your online order there because I offer great exclusive rewards, including a featured project PDF tutorial for free. I don't require any minimum size order for that. In addition to that, I have other rewards, including frequent buyer points. So head over to my blog and check those things out. What do you say we get started and we create a jewelry box for a future gift? Isn't it cute and tiny? And it's the perfect size for a small piece of candy or a piece of jewelry. It goes great with that sparkly ribbon. Let me show you how easy it is to put together. You're going to begin with a piece of Pool Party cardstock. This measures 4 inches by 7 inches. The scoring is really simple, and that's what you're going to love about this. On the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, this light blade is for scoring. The dark blade is for cutting, and we're not going to need that one, so we're just going to do some scoring. All the score lines are really simple, and that's what you're going to enjoy about this. We're going to score at the 1 inch mark on all 4 sides. Now you can measure 1 inch here, or you can measure it here. I find it's easier for me to hold it here because I've got more paper to hold on to. So I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to score. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score. You're going to notice I'm just moving the blade in one direction. And then finally on this side, the printed lines on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer make it so easy to follow. Now the last thing we're going to do is 2 more score lines in the center, and these are easy. The first one's going to be at 3 inches, and the next one at 4 inches. And that's going to make it so that the box will fold in the middle and create the top and the bottom. Score lines can be very faint, so I like to use my bone folder to create a nice crisp crease on all those lines before I start to snip away the edges that are going to create the flaps for my box. I find it's easier for me to see them as I'm getting ready to cut. So I'm using my paper snips, and what I'm doing is I'm snipping from the edge of the box to the first crease line, and I'm going to do that all the way across the bottom. Okay, so you have my flaps, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, now our box is all made. Let's do our stamping now. I'm using a tiny cluster of flowers, and this is from the stamp set called Stamp-A-Bag. This is lots of fun. I think originally designed to use on our tiny craft bags, which is awesome for, but I love these little small images for backgrounds. Now on my original box, I actually used this one, which you'll see here, but I thought, let's try a little bit something different. So I'm inking it up in Pool Party, which is the exact same color as my paper. And I'm going to stamp very randomly because I want this to look like a wallpaper type of printed paper. I don't want it to look really placed on my cardstock because when it's folded, I want to be able to see the pattern all the way around. Now let's go ahead and assemble the box. You're going to use your tear tape. Love this because it's super easy to use. You're going to put a piece here at the top and just lay it down and rip, and you're going to put another piece here at the bottom. I almost forgot where I was going to put it. And you're going to do that in each one of those small 1 inch panels that we slit on both sides. So we're going to do them here and here. And this is what I love about the tear tape. Just put it down, put your nail there, and then just rip. And the same thing now on this side. Don't forget when you place an order in my online store that I'm going to send you a free featured project PDF tutorial. Lots of fun to teach you fancy folds and some new layouts for your cards. My PDF library holds lots of other cool things too for you to check out. So here we've got all that covered. I am going to burnish, which means just rub that paper backing in a little bit. That's going to ensure that when I take it off to reveal the other sticky side, that I don't take up both sides of the tape. So my paper piercing tool is my best friend because my nails are small and short. So I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to begin by putting my box together. So my raw end is coming to the crease here. I'm going to do the same thing now on the other side. Now for me, I prefer to take off one panel at a time. believe it or not, as a kid, my mom used to call me Crash Lisa. True story. Coordination was never one of my key assets. So I find that if I take it all off, I have this huge sticky mess. And it's sticking to my hand and to my piercing tool and to the box and just made a mess. I found this was easier for me to control. So I'm just going to take that off here. And now you can see how the whole box bottom is coming together. And the last panel here. Okay, so that one's going to go to the inside. That's all set. Now, before we finish this, I took the 1/2-inch circle punch and I'm going to make a small notch here to make it easy to open up the box lid. So all you're going to do is slide this in just a little bit. I'm looking to make sure there's about an equal amount of space on either side. And then I'm going to go and take off these flaps and seal them just like I did on the other side. But of course, we're going to keep the front open because now this is going to be the top or the lid of this one-piece box. Okay, so now we have our box. These flaps go to the outside, and that's going to tuck our box to the inside. Isn't that adorable? All right, so now let's make a tag because we have to embellish it. I'm bringing in 2 pieces of paper, Pool Party and white, and I'm using this Happy Birthday to You sentiment, and it comes from Tag Talk. The one reason I like this for tags is because it has a coordinating punch. Who wants to fussy cut, right? So I'm going to ink this up in the same Pool Party ink. And I'm going to stamp it once on here, and I'm going to stamp it once on here. Now, I am going to do some fussy cutting. If you don't like the step, you can just skip it because you can certainly punch this out and add it and it's going to be adorable. But I want to show you how I'm using the same image 2 different ways. So I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to come into the second line around this image, and I'm actually going to cut right on that color line, and I'm going to cut out the word birthday. I'm going to cut some of this away to make it easier for me. And you don't have to be precise. And the beauty of that is because we're going to layer it over the other one. So wherever you miss, don't worry about it. It's going to be real forgiving when we do the layering. Okay, so there we go. Our punch now. We're going to bring this one inside of here. And I'm going to line it up the best I can. And I'm going to give that a punch. And I'm going to flip this piece over. And I'm going to add 2 dimensionals to the back. Remember, when you're doing 3D projects, you want to be a bit more generous with your adhesives because it's going to be touched and manhandled a lot. So see how that goes directly over that? Now let's add the ribbon. This is that beautiful Pool Party glitter ribbon. And if you watched my video last week, you saw that I used it on that card as well. I'm loving this because I love the flexibility. There is no flaking of glitter, but yet you still get that shimmer look. So I made it really easy. I just went around the bottom of the box. And if you need to, you can put a glue dot there. It's just going to rip the box when they go to open it, but certainly that makes it easier for you to tie. This is about 18 or 19 inches because I hate when I'm trying to tie a bow and all I got is this little tiny piece of ribbon. So I'm going to stick that through here, and I'm going to make a bow on the top of this box. There we go. Nice big pretty bow. I'll give the ends a little bit of a haircut here. Now, there's really no place to tie this on, and why bother, right? So my glue dot's to the rescue. So I'm going to take a glue dot, and we're going to take the edge of our tag, and we're going to press it on the dot, and we are just going to tuck that right underneath there so it's going to look like it's tied in, and it didn't. So this one uses the cluster of the flowers, and my original one used the single design. Cute, huh? I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I look forward to doing another video for you. So come back and visit me often. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.